We got through all the colonies with strips and patties except for one truckload. Maybe we should have pushed later yesterday evening to get that done, but at the end of the day I could hardly walk, bent over all day and just pushing. So it'll be the first job to do once the sun comes back out. Looking at the preliminary losses, and between truckloads, good truckload, bad truckload. Actually, really hasn't been a bad truckload, nor has there really been a good truckload, other than we're seeing like a solid 15% loss. And out of those, we're going to transfer some of those into nukes just to see if we can, just to see if we can spark them up and salvage something. Won't spend too much time on them though. But the second time around, once we get digging a little bit deeper, I bet you we pull another 5% out. So looks like could be in that range of 20% loss, which I would be satisfied with. Nothing particularly exciting, nothing particularly depressing either. So just, we need some sunshine. That's what we need. At least we have patties on now. They have some protein to spark that bird nest up. But I've noticed the colonies being very shitty, and I think I've determined what the issue might be. Digging through a lot of these colonies, just spot checking as we go. And earlier I was noticing the shitty fronts were being diagnosed through my microscope here as nosema. So those are those. But then there's the other less, just messy fronts. And why are these hives so messy? What is this? What's going on here? And what I'm finding is that within the nests, they have a lot of canola honey. And in some cases, there's clusters on frames of canola honey that's so hard they can't access it. So I'm thinking that maybe that is the issue, just the stress of trying to access the canola stores. And canola is a double-edged sword. It provides nutrition, it provides an abundance of a honey crop, but it makes lousy winter feed. And I like to, I manage my colonies in such a way to help relieve the nest of canola honey going into winter. But maybe a year like last year, for some reason, they were able to pack more of that down into the nest than I really wanted them to. So because of that, we haven't had time to get the syrup pails out yet, because I wanted to focus on strips and I wanted to focus on getting protein into them because they have lots of feed. But if some of that feed is inaccessible because of the hardness of the canola, then that means we got to get syrup out and flush those guts. Give them a bit of rocket fuel and just spark that nest. It's just, if it's not one thing, it's the next. It's just always something. Moved out the KRTP colonies yesterday morning. These are our provincial tick transfer program research colonies. They wintered very well, except we had 6 starve outs, and probably half of them needed feed right now. A little bit cool today, but they're up and flying. So the important thing is to keep these girls alive, keep them going. We need to build a bunch of splits. We have a project that we're going to partake in. I'm not sure exactly how much I can say, but what I will say is these will be some of the colonies used to trial Greenlight Biosciences RNA mite treatment. So with these 40 so colonies, we'll be splitting them to conduct a trial end of May. We need 120 colonies, so we're going to have to gather colonies from other beekeepers within Manitoba to come up with that number. Not sure exactly how many we're going to be short, but we'll be needing probably another 40 or 50 colonies.
and trial this product. This is a brand new mite treatment product. They are going to register this RNA treatment down in the United States and in Europe. And we're like, what about us? What about Canada? So they said, okay, yeah, we can bring it to Canada. We need a little bit of assistance to help navigate the regulatory systems. So here we are. We're leveraging our tech transfer program to be able to conduct some trials with Greenlight Bioscience to satisfy the regulatory requirements needed to be able to bring approval of their product to the Canadian market. So this is quite exciting. This is exactly what our tech transfer program was developed for, is to do things like this, to bring products to Canada, to apply some of that science down to the beekeeper level. 3 lonely pallets of bees. These were the odd ones out. Last truckload went out, these ones didn't fit. So I just put them down onto the cement pad here. They've been up and flying. Just unfortunately, because they're not part of a yard, we actually never do get around to them. It's a funny thing how it is. It's so bloody convenient to the honey house, and we are here all the time, and yet the ones near the honey house get absolutely no attention all the time. But I think what I'll do is I'm just going to leave all the treatments out of these colonies. I'm going to leave the strips out, I'm going to leave the patties out, I'm going to leave the rocket fuel out, and I want to compare the progress of these 3 colonies, these 6 colonies, with all the work that we put into the rest of the apiary. If these girls are doing as well as the rest of them, then what the hell did we put all that work into the rest of them for? Not only work, but the money.